Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today the subject of my lecture is The Patriot, a poem written by Nissim Ezekiel. In the previous lecture we discussed a poem written by Nissim Ezekiel, a poem named or titled as Night of the Scorpion, and in today's lecture we will discuss The Patriot written by Nissim Ezekiel. As we know that he was such a poet who actually developed himself into someone who constantly sought the truth. Uh, since he saw huge corruption his country in India, uh, with disenchanted population, and he tried to highlight the problem strongly enough so that something might be done to ameliorate the things, to make the things better. Therefore, he tried a lot through his writing to make the things better. By the 1970s, though his motivation had faded away and he realized that nothing much could be done to make the things better, therefore, he seemed to accept the ordinariness of most events. And you can say that he also accepted in his poetry when he said that the darkness has its secrets, which light does not know. Nissim Ezekiel said this thing in one of his poetry, in one of his poetical writing. And in this poem, The Patriot, actually, this poem, The Patriot, is written in a distinctive Indian English style. And in this poem, actually, he is a kind of staging a protest against the radicalism, against the corruption, against the violence, against the terrorism seen all over the Indian subcontinent in the post-war years of 1940s onwards. So when he saw his country in turmoil, in chaos, all right, in a kind of post-war years of that 1940s onwards, so that's why he tried to make the things better through his writing. So in this poem, he is also kind of staging a protest against that kind of corruption, radicalism, violence, terrorism, etc. So let's have a look at the poem. I am standing for peace and non-violence. Why world is fighting, fighting? Why all people of world are not following Mahatma Gandhi? I am simply not understanding. तो यहाँ आपको पहले ही पैराग्राफ में पता चल जाता है कि poet actually wants peace. He does not want violence. All right. So he is putting a question. He's posing a question at us, at the readers, that at the people, at the reader, at the rulers of the country of that time. He kind of he I think wrote this poem in somewhere in 1970s, maybe in 1977. So he wonders that the poet wonders that why people are always fighting, why aren't they following Mahatma Gandhi, who is torchbearer of peace, of love, all right? Ancient Indian wisdom and 100% correct, I should say even 200% correct, but modern generation is neglecting, too much going for fashion and foreign thing. So here he is comparing an ancient Indian wisdom with a kind of modern generation. So he prefers ancient Indian wisdom to modern generation, यानी ancient Indian wisdom को वो बेहतर समझ रहे हैं modern fashion से, क्योंकि foreign things को ज़्यादा prefer करते हैं modern fashion में, फॉरेन चीजों को ज्यादा प्रेफर करते हैं. वो कहता है कि इंडियन एंशिएंट विजडम बेहतर था इससे. Other day, I'm reading newspaper. Every day I'm reading Times of India to improve my English language. How one Gunda fellow threw stone at Indra Ban. Must be student unrest fellow, I'm thinking. तो यहाँ पे फिर एक की और एक अनरेस्ट की तरफ एक इशारा है जो इंदिरा गांधी पे एक बंदे ने एक स्टोन भी फेंका था, ये उस चीज की तरफ इशारा है. तो कहता है कि क्यों लोग ऐसा करते हैं, पहले अपनी चीज को बताता है कि अपना वो बता रहे हैं. आई एम रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर एवरी डे, आई एम रीडिंग टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया टू इम्प्रूव माई इंग्लिश, यानी एक तो फॉरेन थिंग की तरफ इशारा भी है. तो दूसरा फिर जहाँ पे यानी जो मॉडर्न फैशन में हम फॉरेन थिंग्स फॉरेन लैंग्वेज को ज़्यादा प्रेफर करते हैं कि उस चीज़ की तरफ इशारा है। और दूसरा यहाँ पे इंदिरा बहन के ऊपर जो स्टोन फेंकने की तरफ इशारा है, यानी एक वायलेंस और कियास की तरफ इशारा है। Friends, Romans, countrymen, I am saying to myself, lend me the ears. Everything is coming. Regeneration, remuneration, contraception. Be patiently, brothers and sisters. You want one glass lassi? Very good for digestion. With little salt, lovely thing. Better than wine. Actually, he uses so many political devices. यहाँ पे devices भी use करते हैं. Iteration, repetition वगैरह, synecdoche. वो डिफरेंट डिवाइसेस हम एनालिसिस में उनको भी डिस्कस करेंगे। अब वहाँ पे अगेन यहाँ पे पॉइंट हमें बताते हैं, यहाँ पे पॉइंट एड्रेस करते हैं रोमन्स को, फ्रेंड्स को, कंट्रीमैन को बताते हैं कि he wants to tell that everything is coming, all right? He wants people to wait for these things. Everything does mean regeneration, remuneration, contraception, यानी सब चीजें होंगी, मैं अकर होंगी, आएंगी, लेकिन कहते हैं brothers and sisters, please patiently wait for those things. Then he moves his attention towards lassi and wine, etc. बताते हैं कि you want one lassi, one glass lassi, very good for digestion, which with little salt, lovely drink, better than wine. तो यहाँ पे कहते हैं कि एक ग्लास लस्सी का तो शराब से बेहतर है. Not that I am ever tasting the wine. I am the total teetotaler, complete teetotal. But I say, यानी वो बताते हैं कि I'm the total teetotaler, यानी मैं बिल्कुल I abstain from taking wine, यानी वो बिल्कुल दूर रहते हैं वाइन वगैरह से. Teetotaler and totally. But I say wine is for the drunkards only. What you think of prospect of world peace? फिर वो कहते हैं कि sorry, internet problem occurred here. Then he asked another question. What you think of prospects of world peace? Pakistan behaving like this, China behaving like that. It is making me really sad. I'm telling you, really most harassing me. तो यहाँ पे वो world peace के बारे में again he posed another question at the readers, at the people of the time. Okay, why are we entangling ourselves with such questions that Pakistan is doing this, China is doing this, blah blah blah. Why can't we live in peace with other people? All men are brothers. No. Again, he asked a question whether or not all men are brothers. In India, also, Gujaratis, Maharashtrians, Hindi Wallas, all brothers. Though some are having some funny habits, still, you tolerate me, I tolerate you. तो यहाँ पे कहते हैं कि people can have different habits, can have different attitudes, but they are all brothers. Try to tolerate them, all right? Like he tolerates you and you tolerate him, right? So he wants people to tolerate each other, to live in peace. One day Ram Raja is surely coming. Ram Raja is a kind of the concept given by Mahatma Gandhi. According to him, Ram Raja one day will come. He is like a god, all right, and he will come and he will bring peace into the world. You are going, but you will visit again anytime, any day. I'm not believing in ceremony. Always I'm enjoying your company. So he wants Ram Raja to come, like Mahatma Gandhi wanted that. So he wants him to bring peace in the world. So of course, this poem is a kind of protest against that kind of violence and radicalism in the country and corruption in the country. He wants to make the things better through his poetry, through his poem. So this was a kind of summary of the poem. In the next lecture, we will discuss. We will give you the analysis of this poem, the Patriot, and also the other poem written by Nissim Ezekial. The other poem that is uh, uh, the Scorpion. All right. Night of the Scorpion by Nissim Ezekiel. So we'll discuss the themes and the analysis of both poems in the next lecture. Till now, if you have any question, please ask me in the comments below. Thank you very much.